Good evening everybody and welcome to the video. In this video, I'll essentially show you how organizations can leverage Apache Hudi cleaner services to basically save on storage cost. So let me show you a small demo. Hopefully this will make sense. Again, Hudi Cleaner is a utility that helps you to reclaim space and keep your storage cost in check, right? There are three ways. Basically, you can keep the latest commits. You can also do keep the latest versions, or you could do keep latest by hours, right? So these are the three options, and definitely you can read more. What I'm gonna do for this demo is basically, again, I'm gonna create a Apache Hudi table. So the database name is HudiDB. The table name is gonna be Hudi table. Unique identifier is a UUID, and I have a column called precom, and this is where my Hudi table will reside in my C drive inside a temp folder, right? So I'm gonna run this. Now, again, I'm gonna show you for one of the cell, and I'm gonna replicate this 4 more times, okay? So here I'm creating a Spark data frame, right? If you observe, and I'm inserting number 1 and number 2. These are the IDs, right? If you observe, I'm appending into the Hudi table, and then I'm gonna read it, okay? So let me, by the way, open up my C drive temp, and again, I don't have anything. So I'm gonna run the cell, okay? So the cell is now currently running. So what I do anticipate here is, again, the folder is created, there's a Hudi table, there's a metadata, and once the execution is complete, I should see the base file and the metadata files, okay? Hudi will create that for us. So I'm gonna wait for this cell to complete. Now, since the cell is complete, if you observe, we have a Parquet file, we have some metadata. Now, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna replicate this step 3 more times, okay? So I'm gonna insert record 3 and 4, right? Same thing I'm doing. Then again, record 4 and 5, and then record 6 and 7. So basically, I'm performing an append operation 4 times, okay? And once these all cell are complete, right, what you would see is you would see certain base file being created in the temp directory inside the Hudi table. Now, our goal is to essentially optimize the storage, and I'll essentially show you how you can leverage Hudi cleaner utilities, okay? So I'm again sharing my screen. The append 3 operation is now complete, and we are now running append 4 operation. These exercise files are readily available. So in case if you want to try, do try that out. This should be under lab number 5. Okay, so we have that, right? Great. So observe one thing carefully. So if I come here, you see there are 4 Parquet files, right? Again, these are older. These are the first older file. And again, we inserted, appended. So now this is the latest file, right? We have 4 files so far. What I want to show you really interesting here, gonna click on properties. The size is about 1.77 megabytes. Again, now we're gonna leverage the use of Hudi cleaner utility, right? So I have about 4, base files, right? Now what I'm gonna do is over here, I'm gonna say Hudi clean automatic. I'm gonna set that to true. Hudi cleaner policy, we're gonna set that to keep latest file version, which means I don't want older file versions, and maximum I want to retain 1 file version over here. So ready? Again, in my Hudi lake right now, there were about 4 Parquet files, and it was about 1.77 megabytes, as you can see. I'm gonna run the cell, okay? Now I'm gonna run it, okay? So I'm again appending 8 and 9. So let's see what happens, okay? So the cell is still executing at this point. Should be done in a second or 2. All right, the cell execution is now complete. So if I now open up over here, and if I refresh, observe now you just have 2 base files, right? Which means the older file got deleted, which means you essentially saved cost, money, right? Again, depending upon how many file versions you want, you could do this, right? So as you can see, right, we were able to do it, and here is the result, right? I just showed you. You can also keep the latest file here. I'm saying 1. If you don't want One version, you can also set it to 0, right? But if I had to compare the side by side versus earlier, it took 1.77 megabytes, right? Now with one version that I have, and I'll refresh. If I try to go to the properties, that's about 1.06 megabytes. So if you observe, what we have done is, so I'll say 1.77, right? I'll do 1.06, and if I had to do divided by 1.71, that's the ratio, right? So if you observe, again, I took an example on my local machine, but if you multiply these numbers by gigabytes and terabyte, this basically creates a huge impact in terms of cost saving, right? So organizations can leverage Hudi Cleaner Utilities tool to essentially clean the older versions, right? If you don't need older versions, you can prune them, you can use this, right? So I hope this video was useful and informative. If you did find it useful, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And again, you can try these out. I have essentially tried out, or on this lab, I just showed you keep latest file versions. You can also do keep latest by hours. You can also do keep latest commits, right? So all of that is available. And again, I essentially tried using copy on write. You could also try this for more version, that is merge on read. Well, thank you so much for listening to me. And if you do have any other questions, please do list your question in the comments and we shall try our best to help you out. And also, please join our Hudi Slack community where you can meet more developers. We have about more than 2,700 members and growing. So be a part of Hudi community, and I'll see you guys in the upcoming next video.
Thanks, Emil, for the awesome Hudi lab. To get started on Hudi, find us at hudi.apache.org and check out our quick start guide. If you have questions about how to use Hudi, join our Slack community channel under Community, Community Syncs, and there's a hot link for the Slack channel. And don't forget to give us a GitHub star if you love and use the project at github.com/apache/Hudi. And check out the links down below on how you can become a Hudi community member.